Gonna give you an introduction to Terraspace Cloud and show you how to set up in this video. To do that, we're gonna go under Docs right here. So it's under Docs, and then there is Cloud right here. So what is Terraspace Cloud? Terraspace Cloud essentially adds additional features to the Terraspace framework. Namely, it adds a dashboard history here. That dashboard history is pretty useful because it can tell you who deployed what and when they deployed it. It's particularly useful when you're working with more than one person. Then it's just hard to keep track of all the stack updates and everything without a visualization or a dashboard in history. It also adds teams and permission management. So this is going to allow you to finally control and say, okay, only certain people are allowed to deploy to prod and only certain people are allowed to deploy to dev. So you have fine-grained control over that through team and permission management. There's also CI and CD integration conveniences that are added. It just makes kind of the CI and CD integration workflow a little more smooth and all that, and also links to the Terraspace Cloud links, which is useful just to see the logs kind of retroactively. Okay, so to set this up, we're going to just go to setup here. And there are basically three steps. First, we're going to sign up for an account. Once you sign up for an account, you want to generate an access token. So Terraspace, the framework or the project here, uses this access token to essentially talk to the Terraspace Cloud API and record history like plans and updates. So that's what that's about. You have to configure your Terraspace project too. The main thing you have to configure is config.cloud.org here. And whatever you create, whatever organization name you create, that's the name you use right here. Here's the examples both off, so yours is going to be different, okay? Now project, this is optional. So the way it works is organization has many projects, okay? And then projects has many stacks. So project is essentially just a namespace to contain all your stacks. This is just in case you have multiple Terraspace projects, and then that's how you kind of separate the multiple Terraspace projects by having it essentially a cloud project name here, okay? Again, main is the default, and that's optional to set. Lastly, you're gonna deploy a stack. Once you deploy a stack, it actually links out to the Terraspace Cloud right here, and that's gonna show you the log history and kind of resources for deploying, all that kind of great stuff. Okay, so we're gonna go through these three steps. So we're ready now to kind of look at Terraspace Cloud, and here it is. I'm logged in right here. I already created a username and I logged in here, and I have a couple organizations, as you can see. And if you click on like demo here, you can see the projects and demo. There are no yet projects deployed. So this is what we're gonna be working with, and this link just takes us back to the same documentation here. So the first step in this documentation is saying create a token. So let's go back to Terraspace Cloud, click on your username there, click on settings, and it's under here tokens. And here you just basically give it a description and then click generate new token. Now this is only shown one time, okay? If you happen to kind of not get it, then just delete the token and create a new one. But it's only shown one time. So I'm gonna go and grab that token now. I'm gonna put it into this file called tstoken.env. And you can see I have some code right there, export tstoken equals and then the value. So I'm gonna source that, okay? Then I'm gonna echo it just to make sure that I actually have the right value here. Of course, I'm gonna be deleting this token shortly after this video, okay? Okay, so that token looks good. Okay, it's already been set. So the next thing we have to do, according to the instructions here, is configure Terraspace Cloud. So I don't have a project yet, so I'm gonna generate a brand new one, okay? So I'm gonna go Terraspace, new project infra, okay? And that's generate new project there. I'm going to CD into it before I forget to, and then we'll start taking a look at config app.rb right here. So this is the only value I need to really set right here, the org. Okay, so let's go in there and comment that out, and I'm going to call it demo. Okay, that's what the org I'm using for this is, and your org is going to be different, okay? And the reason it's demo is kind of so you can go right here. You can see, let's go back to the home page right here. The organization is demo right here. See, no projects yet deployed. So that is looking good. We've got the token configure, we've got the org configure. The project, like I said, is optional. Okay, so what we need now is code. We actually need code to deploy because look, there's actually no code right here in the stacks folder, okay? So let's just go ahead and generate a new stack, Terraspace new stack demo. That generates some starter structure right here, okay? And now I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I have a random pets.tf here. I'm just gonna copy that code over the main.tf, and I'm not gonna use outputs of variables in this simple example, okay? I'm gonna delete that. So we basically have main.tf with three pets here, random pet 1, 2, and 3, and then output 1, 2, and 3 also, okay? So if you run like a Terraspace list, you can see there's a stack there. Now I'm going to run Terraspace up, okay, up demo. So we're going to go ahead and deploy that. And that's going ahead and go ahead and deploy it. And then once we click yes here, enter, it's going to deploy those three pets right there. And then look, there's a link to Terraspace Cloud. So why don't we open this up and take a look? See, and basically those are the three resources that were deployed. Those are the stack outputs, and here's the update log right here. So that's essentially how Terraspace Cloud works here. And if you click back on updates here, you can see a kind of summary link here with the details here. And then you go back to details there by clicking it. Now, I don't have this under a Git version control yet, but if I had it under the Git version control, then I would just want to point out that the commit link will be shown here, and also a branch link. And this is a PR actually link will be shown also. And that's kind of part of the CI integration and everything. But mainly, there's updates and details here. There's the summary tabs here where you can see the last update that was performed, the stack resources here, and it kind of shows you the command. The admin here is just if you want to delete the cloud stack, okay? And deleting the cloud stack, I just want to point out, it doesn't delete the resources. To delete the resources, you actually have to run Terraspace down first, okay? And this just essentially deletes the history that was recorded, okay? Okay, and you can also click on stacks right here, and you can see the list of stacks here. We only have one right now. You can go back here, and that takes you back to the summary page. Okay, so let's actually change it up a little bit. Let's go back to the editor here, and let's get rid of the pet 3. Okay, so let's go get rid of pet 3. Instead, I'm gonna do a plan this time. So Terraspace plan demo. And when you see a plan, it's going to also do a plan. It's going to show you one of the resources can be destroyed, and it's going to provide us a link again. I click on it, and it shows you, hey, this random pet 3 is going to be deleted, and those other ones are going to be no operations, and here's the plan log right here. So that's useful. You click on updates here again. It shows the plan here, plan for update 2. This was the update 1 here. Now, if you, let's say, get rid of pet 2 also, okay, and do another plan, okay, it's going to do exactly the same thing, and you're going to see kind of the plan start to stack up a little bit. So here's another plan right here. I guess I could click on the link. Okay, I'm going to start closing these off. There's a plan deleting those 2 pets now. Pet 2 and pet 3 are going to be deleted. Pet 1's no op. You click on updates. So like there's 2 plans here. See, here's the original plan, the first one with only 1 delete. And this is the details of the second plan, which is there's 2 deletes there. Okay, so what you can do now is once you apply one of these, okay, now you can always write to out plan and then use that as input too. But I'm just keeping these everything simple here. Terraspace up demo right here, and then I'm going to type yes and enter. So this is the one where I'm only can keep 1 pet. Okay, I'm going to delete pet 2 and pet 3. So that's been done. And if you kind of go over here and click on this, you can see we only have 1 pet left. 2 of the other pets have been deleted, and those are the logs right there. Now you click on updates. Now look at what happens here. The plans are gone because they've already been used. Okay, so they're out of, there's no point in showing them anymore. You go back to the review here or the summary link. You can see only 1 pet is still there, okay? And you can always look at the stacks list here. But essentially, that's how Terraspace Cloud works here and how the integration works. It's pretty easy. You just have to do, just to summarize here, you sign up with an account, you generate a token, okay? And then you get to export that token. And I would recommend putting that token in your .bash profile so you don't have to basically source every single time there, okay? Then you configure one thing, config.cloud.org, okay? Configuring that is enough to then tell Terraspace to go, okay, I want the plans and updates to be recorded, okay? Again, right now I'm kind of doing only with 1 person here, but once you kind of have multiple people working on your stacks and multiple stacks and all that, it's actually quite useful to see who is updating it and what they're doing and when they're kind of doing all that. Okay, but that's pretty much the introduction to Terraspace Cloud. Hopefully you found that helpful. Cheers.